So I'm about to go and meet a couple of people who I've met a number of times at the car boot sale, Tony and his partner Amy. Now, they're a house clearance company, but what they've decided to do, instead of going to the traditional Saturday and Sunday car boot sales, is to change their business model. And now what they've done, they've opened up a couple of shops within the storage unit here where they open on Saturdays and Sunday, and they invite the public to come to them. So instead of having to pack up the van and take it to the car boots, they decided to do it this way. I want to have a chat with them today to find out the reasons behind it, how it's going so far, what their plans are for the future, and take you along with me so I can show you what they've got, promote their business a little bit, and hopefully pick up a couple of bargains myself. Right, so this is Tony.
Hello, everyone.
Who runs this amazing idea. Where did the idea come from?
I got a little bit fed up trying to sell things on Facebook and then trying to do things at the car boot every Sunday, where we would have to load up the van on a Saturday and then get up at 5 o'clock on a Sunday, take it all to the car boot, unpack it all, then pack it all back up again, bring it back and unload. And it was taking a lot of our Sundays up, especially when we run a removal business as well. So we thought if we have this open every Sunday for 3 hours, no matter what the weather, wind or rain, we can still be open. And then on other days, if I've got quite a day, I can open up during the week or on a Saturday. And it's more convenient for people so they can see what they like. And if you take some of this stuff to the car boot, everyone's going to try and knock you down £1, aren't they?
Yeah.
So here you can get things like dinky toys for £10. We want to try and help a lot of resellers or nice stuff for nice looking home. So this is more like the vintage, retro, unique unit.
Okay.
And then we've got 2 more units.
Let's go and walk and show me the other units.
You've got chairs like this for like £40. No damage at all, but just
Nice.
the customer couldn't move them into the new house, so they gave them to us.
And so what days are you open at the moment? You said Sundays. And...
Every Sunday
Yeah.
between 10 till 1:30.
Okay.
And then if you follow us on the Go Pre-Love page on Facebook,
Yeah.
then we keep updating if we open up during the week.
Okay,
And
excellent.
then hopefully in 12 months' time, we can have a little shop on the high street.
Perfect. Let's go and explore the other units as well. So you've got 3 units in total.
We have more than 3 units.
Okay.
But we'll go through them because we have a couple of units which is overstocked with, we need to sort out.
Okay, let's go.
So in here, everything is under a £5. Except
Okay.
for bookcases.
Yeah.
So we have a load of books for £1 each, bags, no more than £5. But we're very negotiable. We
Sure.
won't just say this is the fixed price and this is furniture.
Yeah.
But then if we get a lot of stock coming in, we may reduce some of the furniture prices. So every week it might be cheaper than last time. So it's always worth coming down all the time. Kids' toys, we may have a stall at the front, giving 3 items away to keep stock going. We want to try and have less things going to the landfill as possible. We want to be environment friendly, so everything what can be rehomed, we rehome. And you get a lot of brand new stuff what comes in, where people just don't want to try and sell themselves anymore. Toys, kitchenware, glassware.
And with the furniture, a big thing that people always ask when they want to come and buy the furniture, do you guys offer a delivery service for people?
Yes, anything local within 2 or 3 miles, we're happy to do free delivery.
Okay.
Because we've got the vans to accommodate.
Sure.
And then in here, most of all the furniture, because we understand a lot of people can't get this in their cars.
Yeah.
Especially drawers like this.
Of course.
But when you've got a price, this is already sold unfortunately for £40. Good bargain.
That's such good value there. Look,
Yeah.
40 quid for this. Look at the size. If I just come back on it. Look at the size on that for 40 quid.
Yeah. And the exercise machine has now been sold as well.
Great.
But then you've got stuff which was probably a little bit higher 2 weeks ago, but we've reduced the prices because we've got more furniture coming in. We've got single beds, wardrobes. We don't want to overram the units.
Sure.
So these are the 3 main units
Yeah.
we've got. And then one of the overflow units we have. Oh, this is we call ourselves Go Pre-Loved for the car boot shop.
So people can find you on Facebook. I mean, I'll follow you on Facebook anyway. But
Yeah.
if you type in Go Pre-Loved on Facebook.
And look for this symbol.
Lovely.
Yeah, it's a private group, so anyone can join.
Yeah.
And then we run a removal company and a waste company. We are rebranding the name for Trash Panda to Black Cat Clearances.
Okay. And what I'll do, I'll link all of these at the bottom in the description. So get in touch with Tony and Amy. Come down to the shop and see them. But if you have anything such as house clearance or removals and stuff, definitely give them a shout as well.
On quiet days, on a Sunday, if it's nice weather, we will have, on that concrete part, a cat charity in Byfleet, having all their stock laid out so they can start earning their little bits of money, and we offer them free storage. So any bits they have, we will store it for them, just so they can sell their little bits here. And then we've got more furniture which we couldn't get in the other unit, so it comes in here first. A bit more pricey with some of the items.
So that's £130, and again, like you say, for someone local, you're happy to deliver that to them.
Yeah. And we have this has just been sold. We only sold this. We sold it for £30.
£30 for this.
Yeah. So we, like I said, we're very negotiable. Nice brand new pool cubes, a whole set for £70.
And it comes with that nice stand out there. I saw that on your Facebook, and you do advertise this on your Facebook, so you kind of show people what you've got coming in as well. You regularly update it.
As soon as we pick it up, we take a photo so people can see what they're getting at the shop. We try not to give a price there and then on the page because we need to just make sure we check over any damages, any faultage.
Yeah.
We don't want to say like this. We had to double check this. The top comes off a little bit, this end, but there's no marks, no scratches, and it's still a lovely set of drawers.
Sure. So someone could just repair this if they wanted to, or just make sure they don't pull it off, kind of thing. And that's up for £70, which again is a very reasonable price for what it is.
Yeah. We want to make sure everything is at least under 40% of the value you would get brand new.
Sure.
But then we have to think, like I said, even though these are 130 at the moment, 2 weeks time they might be 100 if they're sold.
Of course. You're happy to negotiate on price. So if someone comes down and they wanted to buy a couple of bits as well, you're always open to the price and negotiation. And you encourage resellers like myself. I mean, we've been making deals for quite a while now, but you actually want resellers to come down to this place as well to get some bargains where they can put it online and sell it on, as well as just the general public as well.
Because it helps it go faster.
Yes.
Because like I said, because we've got 2 big units indoors, and they're probably bigger than this, and it's just rammed with like baby stuff, toys, books, all sorts of bits, but we can't bring them out until we make more space in these units.
So how long's this been going on for? How long have you been doing this? It's been a couple of months or so, or a month?
This is my week 5.
Okay, week 5.
Week 5, we do it from Saturday to Friday, so I can work out how much our storage costs, because it is quite expensive.
Sure.
So we do it from Saturday to Friday. We can work out our accounts, and if it does work out, then eventually we want to, like I said, get the shop.
Yeah.
The first 2-3 weeks, we have taken a loss for the storage.
Sure.
But we knew it's a work in progress.
Yeah, of course.
Last 2 weeks, we have slowly creeped up.
Nice.
And onwards and upwards.
And like you're saying, you're saving on the car boot pitches as well. You're also not having to get up at the crack of dawn on Sunday. But it's not just that for you guys. And I've seen how much stuff you normally have in the van. It's the night before of loading it up. It's when you finish the car boot to come and unload it and to rinse and repeat. The good thing about here is you can put things in here and it kind of stays here until someone comes and buys it.
Yes.
In that sense. So.
Unless things get damaged. Because if you take mirrors to a car boot, you can't have them out on a sunny day because of reflections.
Of course.
Stuff like this because it gets scratched in the van.
Yeah.
You know, we blanket it all. you get a lot of people at the car boot who jumps in the van straight away and they move stuff.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden they're damaging your items. I'm not saying everyone. I'm saying
Of course. You get a select few, of course.
Yeah.
This shoe cabinet, for instance, have you got a price on this yet, or are you pricing up at the moment?
£10.
£10 for
But
that.
it does need a bit of a dust out.
Of
It only
course.
come from a removal company, removal job last week. So it's a bit dusty. But for £10, you can't beat it.
Oh, absolutely. And it's got the lid on the top as well.
Yeah. But we get all sorts of stuff. Even like when we do removals, if people are downsizing, they can't always take their furniture. So a lot of them get donated to us. We have to specify that we're not a charity. So if you're trying to get rid of furniture or little bits, we always recommend friends and family first, then try the local charity shops, and then we're like a last resort
Sure.
for people. But even people know that, but yet they still bring items to us.
Yes, of course.
It's like we had a customer at the storage, and they were moving out, and they didn't want to take that to their new house. So they walked over to me and said, "Do you want that?" We took it.
Yes, of course.
And we have to say a big thank you to Cinch Self Storage, because they were the company who have let us run this from here. And these are only based in Shield, which are right next to Big Asda. And then you've got my big van, Red Line over there. Over here, this is more the weird, well, all the stuff that gets put in here straight away as another spare unit.
So how many units out of these do you own? Because there's quite a few on here.
I have 5 outside and 2 big ones indoors.
So how many is there? There's probably, what, 15 units?
Something
16,
like that.
17 maybe units?
But if I go any more than 5, then it's not worth it from getting a shop on the high street.
Of course, yeah.
But then in here you can see we just put a lot of stuff in here straight away.
So this is stuff you're kind of working through and
Yeah.
sorting out before you put it in the shops.
Like flat pack wardrobes. And then we done a job last week at the Tim Burton Expedition, and they gave me a nice deep table what's got prospects on top.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
So people will display things inside that table then,
Yeah.
potentially?
or you can change it into a games table. But we work alongside interior companies where sometimes it goes out of fashion and they donate it to us, or yeah, you'd be surprised on what people want to throw away when it could be rehomed for someone else.
So what's the best way for people to get in touch with you? Is it through Facebook Messenger? Is it best to give you a call? Instagram? What's the best way for people to get in touch for any of the businesses?
For the removals and clearances, it's always better to email, because a lot of time I'm on the road
Yeah,
and trying to answer the phone while I'm driving is not allowed.
sure.
So at least I can get back to people via email. With the shop, it's always worth, if you see something you like, maybe put a comment and say, can you hold it till Sunday?
Okay, so again, you're happy to hold it for people, but obviously you want to make sure they're
Yeah.
reliable enough to come down.
But if they don't come in on Sunday, then it's free for anyone else to come and see.
Okay, cool.
But we're happy to hold, but we just won't sell before the shop is open.
Sure, that makes
Because,
sense.
like I said, we don't have the time. And if people are desperate, they need an extra bin. We even offer out dustbins. Like I said, rebrand it, don't worry about that.
And how much do you charge for these?
Locally, we'll drop them off for £20.
Okay.
And you can put general rubbish in there, like black bags or garden waste. Just don't fill them up with all books and plates.
Sure.
Because it makes them too heavy.
Yeah.
Because we have to lift them on the van. But it keeps all your general waste tidy and dry.
Yeah.
On your front drive, instead of it just being dumped and let foxes and stuff get to it.
Excellent. Thanks, mate. What a
Not
cool,
too bad for
what a
5
cool,
weeks.
what a cool setup. And yeah, 5 weeks going strong. Are you happy with the decision you made? You think you made the right decision so far?
So far, yes. But like I said, we won't know until probably 4 or 5 months down the line.
Of course.
To see if it works. We
Sure.
have had a big influx of new members.
Good.
But it's just trying to get more of the word out there to know where we are. And if we can have more days open
Yeah.
for people, then we'll get more people down.
So what you're doing to advertise it, is it mainly the Facebook page at the moment and just word of mouth? Is that your kind of main ways of doing it? Because that's the hardest thing with anything like this, is letting people know it's open, where it is, where to come to, etc.
We have to say thank you to a lot of people, because when people come down, they might post it on their pages.
Sure.
So there's a lot of Facebook advertisements going on. Every time I do removals of clearance, I always let them know where the items are going.
Yeah.
Just so they know that if they want to come down and check it's been in here and not just thrown away.
Sure.
Some people, when you do clearances, a lot of people are attached to their items, and they don't want their items just to be thrown away when they know it could be used for someone else.
Of course.
So it's more word of mouth, I guess. So as we have a lot of followers on there, they follow me on the Go Pre-Loved.
Big thank you to Amy and Tony this morning for showing me around. Really cool business idea, really cool setup, and I believe that their business is going to go leaps and bounds. We were speaking about during the winter months when the car boots closed down, the opportunity to get people to come to where they are is going to be huge, and advertisement is going to be absolutely key for them. Word of mouth, getting people to come down. When I was there, someone actually brought down donations to them as well. So really cool concept. I did walk away with something, couldn't go empty-handed. We picked up this dinky car. I paid £10 for it. The original ones of these dinky cars go for £70 to £80 on eBay, some of them. This one here is a 2015 remake. Should be able to get £15 to £20 on the car. I'm going to put it on Vinted for £20 to see where we go. And I might even give it away. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do another giveaway, a back-to-back giveaway. We're going to draw the other giveaway next week. But if you comment the word Dinky, D-I-N-K-Y, in the comments, I'll put your name in a hat. We'll draw this giveaway. I'll give you this car for free. I'll send it to you. I'll pay for postage. Yeah, let's do that. Thank you again, Amy and Tony. I hope you guys have tremendous luck with the business. A big leap of faith in yourselves to do this. So, fair play. See you very soon.